All right, everybody. It's week 7 update time. Gonna get a little real. So, I got my pumpkin box back here. I'm in Martinsville, Virginia at a Walmart. And I got a pickup. I can't pick up until 10 in the morning. So, I hope I can get to a pilot tomorrow. I got to deliver in Bergen, New Jersey. I'm going to run straight up there and deliver it. Try to get me another little one. I'm going to have about 12 hours left on my clock by that point. So, if you're going to stay at a Walmart, you know the ones that say no truck drivers? I bet you if you got out of your truck and threw your trash away and didn't dump your piss bottles everywhere, I don't think they'd have so much of a problem. Kind of gives us a bad name. You know. But, you know, I just went for a walk and I should be sleeping. But I threw my trash away in the trash can. So, anywho, I went home under load again. Stayed home for a full 2.5 days. Had a great time with the wife and kids. It was a fun weekend. Probably spent a little bit more money than I had originally planned to, but didn't break the bank or anything. And I think I needed the decompression once you've been out here for a while. But going home more regular is definitely going to do a lot better for my soul and energy driving. So I tried to restart the keto thing yesterday. I'm 2 days in. It ain't nothing. But you know, today I did better today than I did yesterday. I'm under 35 carbs for the day, so that's pretty good. I'm trying to work on these titties, steering wheel flaps, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, things I've learned, things I need to learn, and things I like and things I don't like. So let's start with the things that I learned. Get back in the power box here. All right, so things I learned. All right, here, I'll give you some details. I went to last settlement. Well, it actually been the settlement before last. I went to Chesapeake, Virginia, to California. Remember this name? It's like California Freight something or other. CFS, I think it's like that. But it's California something or other. It's in Chesapeake, Virginia. And it was an Amazon load. We went to this particular load. Went to Kansas City, Missouri. Or just Kansas City, Missouri. Shit. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Don't even know where I'm at. Anyway, unbeknownst to me, it was entirely floor loaded. From the nose to the swings on the back. And, well, I couldn't tell because it already had a bolt seal. Even if I would have looked inside, how was I to know that Amazon wouldn't accept those? Maybe somebody else out there knew, but nobody told old Greg, and I didn't even know it was like that anyway. So, Amazon refused the load when I got there, and that was Monday. That load, the pay should have been on that same settlement, and it was a huge part of that settlement. Problem is, you see, they didn't get that load. They refused the load on Monday. Night shift couldn't make, or just chooses not to make a big decision and mess up the day people or whatever the case may be. And so I had to sit there till Monday at around noonish in order to get that load reclassified so that it could be dropped at our OKC drop yard, grab an empty, and then head elsewhere for my next load. So that particular settlement, as far as what I brought home, was abysmal. But I still got paid. And that's the way, you know, I've been told I need to look at it. And thinking about it after the fact, yeah, why would you destroy your drive to continue, you know, you could big picture this thing. It's easy when you come out here. I had all these grand plans. You get wrapped up in the day-to-day. You forget them big plans. Or, you know, it's not like you purposely forget them. You just get wrapped up, and then you got to step back and big picture. Sorry, I know I look really tired, but it's because I am. It's sniper accurate to say that I'm tired. But, so, what happens is, I already had a plan after that Oklahoma City delivery that failed me and pushed me into Tuesday. So, I had to, and also another shout out to CEO, you say, hey, you had a plan, but now your plan's scrapped. Don't sit there and wait. Get that stuff pulled off there and find you something. And now, the float I had originally going out of OKC was awesome, but that doesn't happen often. Or if it does, it's so quick that good luck trying to get it. It's playing the lottery. Well, somehow I hit that lottery and I had one pre-planned. I wasn't going to make the pickup in time, so I had to have them pull it off of me. I probably could have got over there and picked it up later on, but it wasn't worth the risk. So they pulled that load off of me, and now I had just junk getting out of there. I found something that got me to Kansas City. It didn't pay, I mean, it paid okay per mile, but it wasn't a lot. But it got me to another load to get me on out of there, which is what I learned. When things go to crap, nuclear option. Erase everything, start all over from scratch. So, you know, anything else is wasting time. So I realized that, and that's where we are with that situation. So that was over and dealt with. Since I left the house this time, the load I picked up was in South Point, Ohio. It was close to the house. And I delivered in Dover, New Jersey. See, I picked up Saturday. I went home Friday, stayed. Saturday, I drove up to South Point from the house. It was like an hour. And I picked up the load and I came back to the house. And I think I was there for about an hour and a half. So, and then they sent me to the wrong address originally for the pickup. So whenever I think back, I think all in all I did 4 hours of my Saturday morning to midday over at that outfit. So I was home Friday afternoon, about 5:30, so it was evening, and then was gone for 5 hours to do that pickup, and then came back home, and I didn't leave until Monday morning, but I left super early. I left at like 3:30 in the morning. But I delivered in Dover, New Jersey that afternoon. And let's see, I went from Dover, New Jersey, then I went from there to, I don't remember where I picked up after that. But anyway, I ended up back down PA, and then I had to pick up around Hagerstown here, and well, I said here because that's where I was earlier today. But picked up in Hagerstown and then went all the way up to Frankfort, if I remember right, Frankfort, New York. Then I went from Frankfort, New York over to Maine, and then Maine back down to Chambersburg, PA, which is where I started my day, or excuse me, that's where I delivered today. I started my day hours east of that. So now I'm in Martinsville, Virginia, waiting to pick up 5 miles away. I'm in a Walmart parking lot, as you can no doubt tell. And I better get to a pilot tomorrow night, because I'm still clean now, but buddy, I don't like it when my truck starts smelling like chicken noodle soup. And there ain't no chickens or noodles in here. So, that's what I learned, things I need to learn. I need to learn pre-planning a little bit more, and fine-tuning it. I'm getting there, so it's not like I'm starting from scratch, you know. I mean, you got to find what works for you. I mean, there's a lot of generalities that will really work that, you know, a lot of seasoned vets will give you. A lot of them are guarded about it too, because they have their loads and they have their plans, and they don't want you messing it up, so why would they pass that on to you? But those are the guys who've really, you know, ironed it out, and they don't want anybody getting in their bread and butter. I can't say I blame them. It's like a trademark, I guess, but you can make money here. Because that settlement was pushed, I had a really good one today. It was like 4.3K. That's after all the deductions and stuff. So it's really not like that one was awesome and the other one was crap. You got to spread that stuff out. That's something else that I guess I'm going to say I got to learn it. But I understand it, but I got to learn it in practice. So I was going to say I learned it, but you know, there's still more to learn. It's a perspective. My wife and I are trying to save some money to get us to the point where our bills are handled. for a quarter. Then you're thinking in terms of quarters instead of months or weeks. So my plan A to B in this is plan A. Stop thinking in a weekly line. That's somebody who lives check to check, which we kind of still do. I mean, we're paying off some debts, but we can get out of that with what I'm making and she's making, because she works too. And if we can go from week to week to month to month, and then you start condensing again, month to month, make it quarter to quarter. It makes it a lot easier on you to know, and then to have the security of that in the bank, to know that if you got to take a quarter off, God forbid that'd be the worst case scenario, but that would wipe every bit of it out. But hey, you got a quarter of costs in the bank, you got a quarter of costs coming to you over the course of that quarter. You're covered. Your business didn't fail. You might wipe out the savings or the cash flow or whatever, but you still got a business where you can go build that back up. Or you can just lose everything and then you got nothing. So big picture and the heck out of it. Things I like that God blessed me with mechanical aptitude. I went today on my way down. That's another reason I took this load, so I could get some parts. But see this little guy? That is a 45-degree elbow. The nut, this end screws in right here. It's got a little washer. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little brown washer. I got to cut my fingernails, boy. But there's that washer, and then these caps on the end that come off, and just thread protectors. That is the high pressure hose off of the power steering pump. This comes out of the top of the pump, screws into your high pressure hose, which has the little metal hook end. You know, it's about I would call it like a 55-degree little bend that goes into your gearbox to help you when you turn. I would suspect that this little rubber O-ring is worn out, because what happens is only under when I turn the wheel and him and haul on her, you know, a good bit, it leaks more and more. Like especially when you're backing into a dock, or you know, doing tight corners in a customer's lot, or you know, pulling into this Walmart. It leaks more the more you turn it, because there's more pressure that's required to use the gearbox to help you turn. So yeah, but it was more cost effective, instead of doing shop and stuff, to get the tools I need to do the job, to get more fluid, which obviously you got to keep in there. You start hearing this thing whir while you're driving, then you've dropped below the edge of the filter and it's not sucking enough. It's automatic transmission fluid is what they use in these DD15s. It might be largely like that, because really it's just hydraulic fluid, but that's what they use to power this thing. So I was buying quarts of that, and it was losing about a quart every 2 days on interstate driving. And if I was doing backing up at a customer's lot or whatever, there's 3 or 4 notches on that thing, and it would drop a half notch at each drop or hook, and then of course you had the highway drive on top of it. So it's not a hose that's blown. It's not something that's going to burn the pump up if I keep a good eye on it, but it does need fixed, because it's not going to get better. So when I hit my 34, which will be in another day and a half, that's, well, I'm going to try to get it done right before I hit my 34, just in case I get into something bigger where I got to go stay the night and somebody else has got to put their hands on the truck. But right when I run out of time with driving, I'm going to do that repair, and I'm going to take my time off. But so it looks like this week so far, after I deliver tomorrow, will be 37. Seeing as how Monday was put on, you know, this last situation, or this last statement. So 37 is not bad in 4 days, and then I'll have day 5, which hopefully I can get another one squeezed in. If not, I've still got until Monday at 11 p.m. So I'll get one more in, maybe 2 little ones. It just depends. Or if I can get under a bigger one and it has a large window and pays really good, then it'll be good. But it's not going to be a bad next settlement. This one was ridiculously awesome, but that was because it took from the other one. So everything evens out in the end, man. But my work ethics remained good. The truck's still been a trooper. No problems there. Now I'm doing the keto. Like I said, I'm trying to get rid of these flapjacks I got. The kids used to call it bean dip. they'd flip that thing and really emasculate you, and just to yourself, even if nobody else is around, you know. And they also call them, you know, when you see them women wave their arms and the back of their arms flaps around, they call that a bingo wing. I'm glad I don't have none of them. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, things I don't like. I don't like not being able to get to the pilot to get in the shower. I mean, I got all kinds of things in here to kind of get a shower. But for a while, I was on a good stretch. I was hitting the pilot every day, getting a shower every day. Sometimes it's not going to happen, man. You got to be willing to deal with it. I mean, we ain't babies out here. But next video won't be so long of a gap because I've got to do the repair on that hose and power steering pump. And just in case anybody wants to see it, I'm not no master mechanic, and there's so many mechanic videos. But you're going to see a Schneider IC guy on his own work on his truck to try to save him some shop time and not touch the MMA. I don't know. I might not do it. I might have somebody else do it. I mean, I'm freaking tired and burned out. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's my, you know, not really on big rigs, but I mean, when it comes apart, it goes back together same way it comes apart, just reverse order. Typically. Unless you got some kind of crazy part, then you shouldn't have been doing whatever you was doing. But we'll see what happens. Next video won't be so long because it'll either be me doing that job or me talking about doing that job. I'll probably just take pictures. I might do my first edited YouTube. I'm just too lazy, and it's supposed to be informative. I ain't trying to make some cheerleader channel where I want 15,000 people to subscribe, whatever. I'm just trying to help everybody else out because I've had guys nice enough to help me. Only watch me after you watch these guys if you want somebody's perspective who's new to it, because I just talk different. They have a way about them. They've been through what I've already been through. Now things are a little different. Everybody's experience is a little bit different. That's me. I'm just trying to throw a little nuance out there. Biggest nuance I can give you is, if you got Jesus in the passenger seat, man, you're going to be successful one way or another. Stop worrying and give it to him. So all I can say is he's kept this old truck together. He's kept me steadfast. He's kept me on mission. He's given me you know, a line to reach. You know, he's put me in contact with good people that keep my head up, chin up, and keep me in the know, and keep me in learning, you know, good knowledge and things that I can actually use to be successful out here. And he's kept the negativity at bay, and you know, has reinvigorated my drive to succeed. And only by his good grace can I do it. So that's me. I'm gonna hop off here and say my prayers and hit the sack, buddy. I'm tired, and I got computer stuff to do in the morning, and I got to return some tools. Whew. And then I got to do that pickup and start heading to North Bergen. So the itinerary is full, but I wanted to do my due diligence in my heart. And anybody that's out there, watch these other guys first. Any Big Rig CO, Truckers Learning Channel. Not let's see. Thor has old videos now. He's doing something different now, but he's still very knowledgeable. There's a bunch of guys out there. I even watch that dude that I think he's a Canadian guy. It's Smart Trucking Channel. I mean, generally speaking, there's a lot of good info. I know a lot of people, you know, like there's a lot of, like this whole lease operator thing, a lot of people say it's a bad gig. You aren't making owner-operator money. You are a lease operator. You are not, and you need a glorified company job, whatever. You're still a business owner because you're responsible for that truck. But you're not reaping all the benefits of owning a truck because you got an extremely high lease payment. What is your plan to get your business off the ground? Well, unless you're totally opposite of me and you got a bunch of money laying around, it's a hell of a risk if you already got all that money laying around to go in a business like transportation. However, through blood, sweat, and tears and mechanical aptitude and the willingness to learn and be malleable and learn how to do all this stuff and build your business by leasing that truck and then either buying that one or establishing business credit to be able to go get your own truck, or finding a niche for your business, you know, whether buy a day cab, whatever, you can do logo work or, you know, down and back type work or, you know, I think I would get a sleeper anyway just because it's so versatile. If you had to make a change, you still got that sleeper. The only time to get a day cab is when it would be required by a customer or the place you'd be delivering in. Not to mention they beat you to death. I've been in day cabs for years. But, yeah, man. Just staying on course and keeping your business plan in your mind all the time, especially when things go bad. So, listen to them other guys. If you can get anything extra from me, fine. I know my video is long as $20. I got to shut it down, guys. But it's 20 minutes and 20 seconds. I got to go to bed. So, keep your shiny side up, rubber side down. Keep it between the lines. These trucks, they lay down when they get tired. So, if you want to keep them upright, you better park it before you fall asleep, man. I pray every one of y'all make it home to your family and are productive and safe and prosperous and healthy. And most of all, I hope you know Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. God bless you guys. Good night. I'm hitting the Z's.